Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Mouaaz Allam. The reason I'm recording this and not being able to edit in person because I will be traveling abroad. This is a project, a Python project, to test your knowledge with a series of questions and you will have to answer them. Questions are divided into two. Normal questions, which have 2 items each and gives you 1 score if answered correctly. And you have bonus questions, which if answered correctly gives you a random point between 2 and 9. Right, so let's get started. First of all, we have here import random. It will help us later to be able to pick a random sample from each of the questions and bonus questions section. And we have here import time. The reason we added this because we want a delay between every print or every action that we'll see later. For example, if we come here and click 1, as you can see, it takes time for the print command to actually launch. That's why I added time.3. And each And each number here is counted in seconds, meaning that 1.2 here is 1.2 seconds. Want to have an hour difference? Just type 3600. Right. As we can see. Now, this is the function that declares and defines everything. Here we have questions for the question area down there. The answers area for the questions area, and I will show you how did we link them. And yeah, I forgot to mention that we have hints, but they only work for the normal questions. For example, you have faced a very hard question and answered wrong once. It will give you a hint to make it easier for you and make the guesser faster. The guessing faster. That's what it's all about. Right, and then we have high score, which will explain it. Here we have the score is 0. So, as I explained before, your score is the amount of points, and you get points from answering questions. It will be increased over time. Right, let's scroll down here. Alright, here we have the selected questions and selected bonus questions. It's how many questions to select. So it gives you random to sample, to pick a random sample from the questions section, as I explained why we did add random here. And then you, as the programmer, decide how many questions you want to appear on the knowledge meter. That's what we needed. For the normal questions, me and my teammate Dua decided to set it at 20. And for the bonus questions, decided to set it at 5. What it means is that only 20 questions appear for the normal questions and 5 questions appear for the bonus. Right. Here now is the code. How is the code that we used? Shuffle questions. Pick a random question each time. So as again, we used random to sample, and then selected questions, which is the question section down there, and selected bonus questions. It basically combines the two, so it picks a random one. Here we have a for loop for question and shuffled questions, meaning if it picks a random question, if the question is a bonus question, then you are only given 1 attempt, and the bonus attribute is set to true, and then you have points equals random integer in the range between 2 and 9. As I said before, 2 have a random point, like the system itself decides. And here you have the print, which alerts you if the question you're answering is a bonus question, and here the points that the system decided will be displayed here, and here will be the bonus question. Else, meaning if it's a normal question, not a bonus one, you are given 2 attempts, the bonus attribute will be set to false, and you'll have print question. And here is a new line to make it visually nice. Here now we have a while loop. While the number of atoms, is larger than 0, then the answer will be what you input, but it will print your answer equals to show you where you'll answer, like where you type. If your answer is end, as we see here, then it prints you quit, then it will calculate your score, meaning, for example, those want to answer all 25 questions and only answer like 3 or 4, and you decide like, yeah, I have enough, this is too hard, or this is too easy. You type end and it will calculate the questions that you only answered, not the other ones that didn't appear at all. Now here we have a bunch of if and if statements. Here now, before I explain it, we have high score at a set value, which if we scroll down, is here at 30. Now high score here isn't the usual high score that you think of. Oh yeah, like I got a higher score than what I scored before last round, so it will update and such. No, high score here is like the average number of the average points that an average person scores when he plays this game. So me and Dwight kept testing many times, and we get answer right or wrong. I would find that our average both together is around 30. So 1 second, like I locate it. Yep. Here. So if your score is greater than or equal to the high score, then print congratulations, you scored more than the average player. I mean, more than the average score with the average player score. Here, else if, which contradicts this one. If the score that the player got is greater than 25 and less than or equal 30, then print congratulations, you scored the average score. Here, another else if the player scored less than 20 points, the system prints hard luck next time you fail. Then we return score to this function. Right here. If question and bonus question. Correct answer equals bonus question. Yeah, this will be explained later because we have a few sections which are connected together. Now here, if user answer equal correct answer, print correct, and then meaning if your answer isn't the right answer, which will be shown later in the answer section, print correct and add to the points. Oh, yeah, and here it's for this only prints if your answer command is question. Else, yeah, score +1, yeah, break, else, yeah. If you answered wrong, it will break from the first one and print incorrect, try again, with the hint, which will be shown later. And if you keep answering correctly, to take 1 attempt for each question. Now here, if atoms are 0, print out of atoms, the correct answer is to display the answer. Before print, moving to the next question. Right? Print. Yeah, that's after you're done with all questions, it will print your score, and that's what it's explained now. Let's go. Okay, right. So these are the sections that I was going to talk about. This is a question section, which has all the normal questions. And then you have the answers. How do we link the two? This was explained up there. We will first put the question, the same as it is, letter by letter, and it's case sensitive. Then a semicolon, then your answer, and a comma. And so on and so forth till it's over. And here we have the hints. How do we connect the hint with the question? Same way we connected the questions with the answers. We're going to type the question fully, which is case sensitive, and then a colon, and then the hint that you want to show, and then a comma, and so on and so forth. The same thing happens with bonus questions and bonus answers. And here's the high score, which is connected with the function update. Right now, I will show you guys how this code works. If we click here, one, going to print you some stuff as an introduction to the game. And this is a cool little trick. So it shows it as like killing questions, but in reality it's just delaying it from showing up. Right. Yeah, for this error it has no fix because it's picking between two random samples. How much does the largest rubber band will weigh in pounds? Does any normal person or normal person know this? No. So you'll try to approximate it in your mind, but you'll eventually fail. So it will give you a hint. It's over 9,000. But in reality it's a trick hint. It's indeed 9,000. 9,000. But who is the mother of nuclear science? Me and my teammate will figure out any way to hint it. So if you answer wrongly, for example, yeah, give you just good luck. It's lace major. How many times does an average reptile change its skin a year? This one is a hard one, so we came up with a very smart hint. Like for example here, right? There are two numbers. 2 is the dash. For example, it's like for 4 to 6. Instead of typing 2, we type the dash and the other number. I was explaining to you. They are both a multiple 4, or for the geeks that we have here, it's xy modulo 4 equals 0, meaning one of the two. So, what are the numbers in table 4? 4, 8, 12, and so on. The correct answer is 4 to 12. How many colors can the human eye see? Is 1 million. Yeah, 1 million colors. It has to be exactly like how it's written. What is the world record for holding your breath? Obviously, you don't know, so you type any yeah, 1 second. 12 minutes, for example. No. Here's the hint. The answer has both minutes and seconds attached to it, but it's under 25 minutes. It's 24 minutes and 37 seconds. What is the lowest piece of land on Earth? The Dead Sea Depression is the lowest place on Earth. Yeah, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. There's some. Yeah. Now the bonus question appears and the system started. It would be 6 points. When did World War I start or end? 1914, 1918. Right here, I had 6 points. Good, nice. What is the smallest unit of matter? Atoms. Bonus question was 8 points. What is the capital of Mozambique? Right. Yeah, Maputo, I think. Maputo. Yeah, I added the H by accident. Right. How many cows? 400 cows. Yeah, another one was 8 points. What is the most killed identity? 1. Who survived? Yeah. Who survived the most assassination attempts in history? It was a president during the Cold War. He was an infamous Colombian president. He was a threat to the United States security. It was Fidel Castro. What is the largest species of penguin? Who knows? Who knows? So you can just type a random question. And then the hint, the name is the highest rank possible in a lot of countries, for example Japan. So the highest ruler in Japan is the emperor, so it will be emperor. Now, there's something that I explained before, yeah, doesn't matter anymore. If we type end as an answer, it will end our game. And yup, we get our score, which is, yeah, 25. Which is less than average, which is like the average score. Yup.